Hey, it's Paul from Guitar World, and we're here with Alan Abbasi to tell you about the brand new Fender 60th Anniversary Telecaster. Take it away, Alan.
Thanks, Paul. How you doing, guys? What we have here is our Fender 60th Anniversary Telecaster. It's a familiar platform because it's basically an American standard with an ash body and a lacquer finish. And so it's a 9.5-inch radius with medium jumbo frets, the American standard staggered tuners, American standard bridge, pickups, and electronics. And then, of course, on the back we have a special 60th Anniversary neck plate. And that'll be on all these guitars that we sell throughout 2011. And also, surrounding this anniversary model, we have 12 different FSRs that we're going to run throughout the year. They're all limited production. Most of them are 500 units with the exception of one guitar, which is going to be a limited 300-piece run. And I'll just briefly go around and tell you what each one is. Over here we have a modern thin line. We haven't made an American-made modern thin line in quite a few years. This is basically like an American standard with a double-bound thin line body. Very nice. Over here we have something that looks kind of like the 40th Anniversary Tele looked like. It's an antique burst with flame maple cap over alder and gold hardware, pearl buttons. Very, very nice. This is one of the more interesting FSRs that we're running this year. It's reclaimed wood. This wood was reclaimed from an old trestle bridge that was built in the 1800s. So this wood is probably hundreds of years old, and we turned it into a Tele with a nice vintage style neck. And it's gorgeous, lightweight, very resonant. Over here is a special kind of wood called Empress. We found a supplier that has a very interesting wood that weighs probably 5 to 6 pounds, somewhere in there. Incredibly light. It's called Empress. This one actually comes in 2 colors. This is Honeyburst, and we also have a vintage white coming out. These 2 Teles next are vintage vibe Teles. This is kind of based on the aesthetics of a 70s jazz bass with the block inlays. It's got a bent top there like a Strat. Very neat. And then this is a 62 double bound 62 style Tele with block inlays. Don't do a heck of a lot of block inlays, but they sure do look gorgeous. And that's got kind of a tuxedo vibe going on with the black and the white. Here's another exotic wood. It's reclaimed barn pine. We got this wood from a barn that was made in the 1800s and turned them into Telecasters. We're actually going to change the finish from a glossy finish into a hand-rubbed oil finish, so you're going to see little knots and nail holes where the nails were in the barn. Very, very cool. This is called the Lambu Telecaster. We found a company that does Lambu, which is a bamboo laminate. It's used a lot for flooring, but it turns out that it's a great tone wood. We've got a bamboo or a Lambu back and front, and it's an alder center. And it's a solid Lambu neck, so it's very strong, like a quarter sawn neck. It'll never warp. Over here we have a Cabronita Tele. You might be familiar with the custom shop model that we made a few years ago. Actually, it was just last year we were selling a lot of these. Basically, it's TV Jones humbuckers with an American standard neck, half the price of the custom shop model. This is a 52 hot rod that has a full-size humbucker. It's a 59. And we have a brand new bridge. It's a brass-style vintage saddle Tele bridge, but there's tiny little sections that you can loosen and you can intonate every string. So it's an actual vintage-style brass-saddled bridge that you can intonate every string. That's pretty neat. And last but not least, we have a mahogany Tele that's got smooth strap radius and a belly cut. And we're using our new split coil pickups. These are kind of noiseless pickups, but it's 2 coils, so it's like a split coil, a coil under these 3 pole pieces, a coil under those 3 pole pieces, so it's no noise at all, still sounds like a Tele, and it's a Lambu fretboard. Again, we use the Lambu there, but a mahogany neck. So all throughout the year we'll be releasing these at different times. All of them are 500 unit limited runs, except for this one. We didn't have enough wood to make 500, so this is 300. So I want to talk about the 60th Anniversary P-Bass now that we have here. The 60th Anniversary of the P-Bass is an incredibly important event because it's not just an anniversary of an instrument, but Leo actually invented the P-Bass. So before Leo Fender came along with this instrument, there were no bass guitars in any songs or any music. So this literally transformed the world of music. Without the bass, we wouldn't have any funk or blues or any modern rock that we have today. So this is a particularly important event that we're happy to celebrate. What we've done here is take the American Standard P-Bass platform and we gave it the same color as our 60th Anniversary Tele, which if I didn't mention, this is Blackguard Blonde. That's what we're calling this. It's an ash body with a lacquer Blackguard Blonde. It's got a vintage style pickup, a 51 style pick guard and control plate, and then of course American standard tuners and bridge. So it's a high mass bridge with the hip shot tuners. And all these basses as well are getting a special neck plate that calls out the 60th anniversary. So we're really excited about celebrating this anniversary because the world would not be the same without bass and rock and blues and country. And so that's it, the 60th anniversary P-Bass and Tele.